Okay, we got an offer without an office page. Their name is Bud Franklin, which I feel like we may have had them before, maybe. Not sure if I'm just Mandela affecting that in my head right now, but it does feel like we had them once before. Yes. Other than that, I would say let's see what they wrote. They wrote, "What the fuck? I hate Ndrec Gega now." Well, it's actually WTF. I hate Ndrec Gega now. I'm not sure how the hell you're supposed to pronounce this name right here. You see this? Ndrec Gega. Or Ndrec Gega. No idea. What the... Okay. Object class safe. Special containment procedures. SCP-2934 and associated components are to be held within a standard body bag modified to include 3 interior layers of aluminum foil. The modified body bag containing SCP-2934 is to be placed within a steel chest measuring at least 2 times 1 meter in footprint, 1 meter in height, and 10 centimeters in wall thickness. All surfaces of the containment chamber are to be completely coated with a layer of steel 25 centimeters thick. The containment chamber is to be large enough to accommodate sleeping arrangements for 10 test subjects. Also assessing, the modified bottom and hoop of the -1 Dreamcatcher is remained unhooked from the top hoop and stored separately. These are sketches of the -A entity. Why is he smiling that smugly? Description: SCP-2934 is the preserved remains of an unidentified woman approximately 18 years old at the time of death. Great, we have another 18-year-old people dead. First at the campus, at the university, and now this one. SCP-2934 has Caucasian skin tone, a clean-shaven scalp, and will have measured 160 to 163 centimeters in height before physical modification. What do you mean physical modification? Well, what did he do? Did he like grow? Did he went and shat his his legs and then like regrew the let the bones heal so he could grow bigger? SCP-2934 displays a number of injuries and alterations. That is a number. SCP-2934's feet and hands are being crudely excised as the ankles and wrists are. No. Wound margins are racked with extensive bruising and limited granulation tissue, indicating that this action was performed with a blunt hacking instrument several days before death. A Dreamcatcher designated -1 is fixed to SCP-2934's face with surgical staples. The Dreamcatcher is composed of a wooden hoop 5 centimeters in diameter that hangs below a second wooden hoop 16 centimeters in diameter. The appearance of the Dreamcatcher aside from the modified bottom hoop is identical to a Dreamcatcher listed on eBay by a Chinese-based seller with the username. The top hoop is stapled between SCP-2934's eyebrows and almost entirely covers the face. Both hoops are decorated with dangling black strings, white beads, and white down feather from an unknown bird species. The center of the top hoop is filled with a webbing design made with black thread. The center of the bottom hoop does not feature the expected webbing design. Instead, the space is occupied by a white 2-piece Lego sculpture resembling a satellite dish antenna tied to the hoop with black thread. Made using standards parts 4285B and 3957A. 56 centimeters of a gray USB cable emerges from a 2 centimeter long, well-healed incision at the center of SCP-2934's forehead. The exposed part of the cable ends in a Type A connector plugged into a Raspberry Pi Model 1A. 12 red wires, 15 centimeters in length, run from the Raspberry Pi Pi's GPIO pins to a freestanding LCD plate, which, despite lacking an obvious power source, is constantly powered and displays the message 22/4/2011 live O transmit ready. In X-rays images, the part of the USB cable concealed in SCP-2934's head appears to pass through the frontal bone and trace the mesocortical pathway of the brain, terminating in an unattached mini USB plug. The assembly of LCD plate, not LSD, that's something else. The assembly of LCD plate, Raspberry Pi, and USB cable is collectively designated -2. The inside of SCP-2934's mouth held for objects at the time of discovery 3 small, roughly torn scraps of yellow paper with words competence, besom, and autorität individually handwritten with pencil on each piece, and a folded low-resolution image of a middle-aged man face printed onto white A4 paper, no dash. No dash. Approximately translated from Albanian as competence, trust, and authority. The man pictured is presumed to be Ndrec Gega. See below. Still don't know how. I assume it's like Albanian pronunciation, which I don't know how it goes. God, why am I so going there? SCP-2934 has been anomalously preserved by an unknown method. No chemicals commonly used for tissue preservation have been observed in samples analysis. Aside from skin pallor, SCP-2934 displays no signs of having been dead for an extended period of time. SCP-2934 produces an anomalous effect designated -A that acts on all individuals within a radius of 0.7 kilometers. Humans entering any stage of sleep within the area of effect will invariably experience one or more vivid dreams centered around a specific male character. Upon waking, affected individuals will always attribute the name Ndrec Gega to this character, and the descriptions of its appearance will match the following details. Approximately 50 years old, 180 to 210 meters tall, a receded hairline, gray-white hair, thick dark eyebrows, a broad face and physique, a broad high nose, Caucasian, with a relatively tanned, flushed skin tone, and wearing some form of suit and tie. So that's different than who he actually supposed to look like, right? Because he's supposed to be like 160 centimeters, and like either like balding or shaved. When shown the printed image found in SCP-2934's mouth, all affected individuals will agree that the man depicted is the Ndrec Gega character from their dreams. The narrative of the dreams will always feature the Ndrec Gega character acting as a capable authority figure who establishes a close personal connection to the dreaming individual. Examples of these dreams are given below. -A dream narrative summary. So here we have H&M Burton. So it's subject in the dream summary. So H&M Burton, and Agent Burton is unemployed and living in his parents' house. While Agent Burton is walking through his childhood primary school, Ndrec Gega, the new headmaster, offers him a job as his personal assistant. Agent Burton works for Ndrec Gega from a desk in his third-year classroom and feels great satisfaction in fielding his calls and organizing his schedule. Ndrec Gega asks Agent Burton for advice on his haircut 3 times, which makes Agent Burton feel trusted. Okay. D163758. D163758 is first made on a cruise ship traveling to Paris through the sky. Ndrec Gega is the ship's captain and leaves D163758 in charge of steering on 3 occasions. He tells D163758 that he is very happy with her steering when he returns. The ship hits a European robin and almost crashes, but Ndrec Gega manages to prevent this through great skill and effort. When you land Paris, Ndrec Gega is rewarded an Oscar trophy. He removes the trophy's head and gives it to D163758 as a gift. So far, he seems pretty cool. Not sure why people hate him. D767449. D767449 works on the assembly line of the shampoo factory, adding orange juice from a hose to all the shampoo bottles that pass her. Ndrec Gega is the factory supervisor. He hugs D767449 and tells her well done. Every time he walks by, Ndrec Gega finds that the productivity of the factory machines is trebled if he sings happy birthday to them. He is interviewed live on national television about his discovery and tells the interviewer and television audience that he would not have done it without D767449's help. D767449 is elected president of the United States as a result. Yeah, I mean, it can happen. Have you seen who is president right now? Everybody can become president, apparently. Individuals experiencing -A for the first time will report generating gut feelings of warmth and trust for the dream character when waking, which appear to persist indefinitely. If asked how they would feel if a real-world Ndrec Gega was placed in a position of authority over them, such as the workplace manager or political representative, subjects in uniform respond with a highly positive manner. How are you confused? It's a guy that shows up in your dreams and helps you out. At least that this part is. But it's what's interesting is that it is the remains of an unidentified woman, approximately 18 years old. That's the main description here. Also, the woman is like 160, not him. Okay, gotcha. Okay. Responsive manner. This emotional response does not appear to be anomalous in itself. Subject will often make unprompted remarks that basing a conscious perception on a dream is illogical, and will be convinced by a falsified documentation about a real-world Ndrec Gega if highly objectionable character. If -A dreams are experienced multiple times, however, affected individual will quickly feel confused and uneasy about the character's continual reappearance. Almost all subjects who experience the dreams more than 5 times will report a level of fear and annoyance. That's why they start to hate him. Long-term exposure occasionally results in such an extreme negative response that some subjects have refused to sleep for extended periods to avoid seeing the entity. Maximum period of wakefulness observed is 4 days. It's kind of like when you meet that one person at work, and you you first think like, oh yeah, we can get along, it's fine. But the more time passes, the more you're like, oh, okay, I don't I don't like this person. As I was saying, this SCP is not for me. Ain't nobody showing up in my dreams, no thank you. I mean, a lot of people are showing up in your dreams. You just don't know. You just don't know if they're real or not in real life. Why am I so tired today? I'm not tired that I cannot read or anything like that, but yeah, I feel like yawning quite a lot. Maybe because it was cold and I had the window open this whole time. Long-term exposure occasionally results in such an extreme negative response that some subjects have. Yeah. And here it says maximum period of wakefulness observed in 4 days. Although no electromagnetic transmission has been detected from SCP-2934 or any of its components containing the anomaly using standard radio frequency, shielding techniques appears to prevent the -A dream effect from acting on individuals in range. Additionally, removing the modified bottom hoop of the dream catcher containing the Lego satellite dish sculpture appears to prevent -A entirely. Investigating into SCP-2934's effect by members of MTF Omicron role is pending. Very interesting, because dream catchers were always meant to like stop you from having negative dreams, but like it's not like this guy is a negative effect. It's just like after a while you just go like, okay, you've been in my dreams like 5 times now. What's going on? Why are you like hunting me down? Like that one time when I dreamt about the wrong turn hillbillies, like 6, not in a row, but like whenever I had a nightmare it was them. And then one day I just yelled at my nightmare like, can you just leave me alone already? Because I even dreamed me in my nightmare knew that we were dealing them for the 6th time. And then they did. They never showed up again. Probably because my subconscious was like realizing, oh, he's getting not scared by this anymore. We can stop. And here's the -2 LCD screen message. Yeah. 22nd 4th 2011 live. Oh, transmit ready. Addendum. A real-world individual named Ndrec Gega is matching the appearance of SCP-2934 dream character and printed image has been found. Ndrec Gega, I really don't know how to say his name, was the Democratic Party for Albania's candidate for the 2011 8th mayoral election of Torres. Aldo.
Mayoral.
A town of 9,000 people in the RSA Made municipality of northern Albania. Locals interviewed reports a period of 12 days lasting from the night of 2011 4th to 25th to the night of 2011 5th 6th, which almost all the population of the Torres urban area experienced sleep characteristic of -A. And Ndrec Gega lost the mayoral election 3 days later by a historically large margin because everybody started to hate him. Largely the widespread distress about his repeated appearance in most of the electorate's dreams. Yeah. A real-world Ndrec Gega was suffered a fatal car accident on the A1 motorway the day after the election, 2011 5th 9th. His car was observed to drive erratically at 180 kilometers per hour, or 4 centimeters per hour. That would be fucking ridiculous. Wearing off the side of the road and colliding with a tree. Notably, the coroner's report remarks that both hands and both feet were traumatically amputated in the collision. Okay. Amputated? Why? That is an interesting addition. He just wants you to feel good. He just wants to help you out. Yeah, that's fine, but can you just leave me dreaming about something else, man? You've been in my dreams for like the 6th night now. Just leave me alone. Just let me get to sleep and hear about silly things. Alright. Let me actually quickly stand up, get some water from downstairs. Hopefully wake up a little bit more because I feel like some wave of exhaustion hitting me. I don't know where it's coming from. But we are back. And then we can read Casabone's Teacher Cactus one that he was looking forward to.